national coordinator. Because you see, we then decided to find out who exactly he is. And you know, they know each other. NDC, MPP, we know each other within the community. So we realized that he came there with the MPP national coordinator as his footer. And that is what, and you see, if you read the police statement, it's completely disingenuous. So what this guy was holding gun openly. And people know. And people know this is him. At least you can show it. And you see the painful thing. The police commander in charge of operations, Ẳrrɛšt, came there, and he was rather begging the NDC members to calm down,
so that these people can display.
Can you imagine? Effect an arrest. That is how you demonstrate accountability. So,
Mr. Tamaklo, what you are alleging is that the NPP national coordinator is complicit in this.
I am saying that as this footer came to the program, you see the NPP parliamentary candidate has his office within that enclave. So when our supporters finished and they were on their motorbike, right? That was when the incident. So you see that most of the bikers were NDC and they were in the T-shirt. These guys were just there with the national coordinator. My point is simple. He may not have anything to do directly, but this is a guy who had been found with a gun. There had been discharge of the gun. That's a criminal offense. What you do is that you isolate him from NPP and deal with that situation as a crime. Αλλrɛšt, you know this guy, you know him personally, but because he came with Aziz footer, Αλλrɛšt has not demonstrated that he's a man enough together with IGP Dampare to arrest this guy. His pictures are all over Facebook. Meanwhile, the police are telling us that intelligence, what is intelligence about this? What is intelligence about this? IGP, no, hold on. IGP has a special unit called Police Intelligence Unit. They are judged by the Electoral Commission.
Yes.
It has been almost 12 hours since this incident. And you are telling me no.
I'm sure the police will be watching.
And like I told you, you see, whatever Dampare is doing, we are watching. We will not. And I tell you, we are never going to forever remain the victims of peace. We will not.
That's a direct threat on national TV. I don't think that's a good thing to say.
See how our guy was shot in the leg.
But I don't think.
And you want him dead.
But you think that
you want him dead before we come here.
Tamaklo.
8 innocent people were killed in order for Akufo-Addo to get a second term. And today, nothing had happened. How long are we going to remain this?
And you think
my supporters are watching me, and you think that I should keep quiet when our people are deliberately shot? Beatrice,
you're threatening violence on national television. You think that violence,
we have every right to protect ourselves. In fact, the first law of nature is self-preservation. We'll preserve ourselves.
Mr. Owusu.
Ebusianfo ne tie fo ni die kwan so me patcho me ma obi bia akwa baba chen so me patcho High Daily Update TV any die kwan so send no first time baba chen so mesra so obo kwan so tie news ni wi na so ni juma. Please subscribe for more update, like and share our news. Me patcho wo comment bi so constructively mesra so be share comment section. Ye beje na ya ken kameda se be me patcho. That was the video ni ekwohwe, and that was an introductory video, and in the video ni yete say Mahama ne lawyer I friend lawyer Ejudu Tamaklu or warning, and I say yes, it was a warning to IGP Dampare say regarding to the Mamobi violence, or arrested that NPP guy na no ukro to no shoot to the NDC for no, and yet because say on any NPP na and yet because say the shooter no now or ye NPP ni and a victim so ye NDC for or kasan, but a criminal offense, and IGP, that is the police service or more de crata be babontin after some incidents in but the crata be babontin say they are still on in process searching for some call for no. Meanwhile, ni pano picture da ho video a capture no aye bibia ama obi ehun se nipa no ni ntaji punim no di kan kone kwache no na omo amaka no enso no why there wakwa kwache according to lawyer Ejudu Tamaklo ne opinion na or spouse no and okache IGP say the NDC will never and always will never and I repeat it will never be victims of peace all the times. And NDC for nkwana peace na even crowded the first law of nature is the right of what? Preservation. So mo be preserve your life. Into no ma IGP Dampare just a message, a warning or the command Dampare say oye dey. Onye na on just onimu nkofo na omaye no on take like onye na adwuma said there was said e was so ye hwe no anka to me MPP fo nti no omonye me pa cho eno ni wie ye no ye former president John Dramani Mahama on so apia babonti abekasa also ono de onyindi at all say sa nipa no shoot to you that shooter no eno nkofo no mtwetwe second no they will be arrested. Kesi no beko na akoda sa ebusua yen san kwani nkotie ye former president John Dramani Mahama ono nso dia o kafa sa incident hu na ye wi a MP a owo Ayewa so north ono nso pia babonten abekasa ye beti ono nso dia to aye former president dia nso ebusua mema mekasa nyetintin yen kwani mpacho yen kwani nkohwe all those videos ni nyina ye wi a na afi yakasa na ye said nkomo me da se bebre.
I saw what happened the other day in Mamobi, and I hear it was the result of health walks. The two opposing parties were holding health walks or something, and then there was a clash somewhere. But even if there was a clash, I mean, maybe it might not have led to the loss of lives. But people had weapons, and they fired shots and injured people. The reason why this continues is because there's impunity. Those who have those weapons know that nothing will happen to them. They will do it and get away with it because they are operatives of the system. They are people who belong to the political establishment. I saw one clear picture of one of them holding his pistol. Just watch, nothing will happen to them. And as long as nothing happens to them, it will continue. And that's why often I say that the moral voice of society must be heard. And the moral voice of society resides in our chiefs, our religious leaders, our civil society organizations. It's not that these people are not known. The people are known. The society knows those who fired those shots and injured those people. But again, like Ayawaso West Wagon, even if a commission of inquiry is set and says these people should be dealt with, government won't deal with them. And as long as that government doesn't deal with them, others will be emboldened to do the same thing. And so I feel a bit helpless about it. The point is, we are peace-loving, but it gets to a time when people must defend themselves. And if this continues, a time will come, others would also arm themselves with guns, and it will become a shootout. When it becomes a shootout, more people will be killed. In this case, the shooting was in one direction. And so all those who were injured were on one side. But like I'm saying, if impunity develops and it continues, a time will come, people will realize that the state cannot protect them. And when people realize the state cannot protect them, then they take measures to defend themselves. And when that happens, we really would have a bloodbath. And so there's a time for all of us to speak out. Those who were identified to have shot people were armed should be arrested and dealt with by the law. If people know that you'll be arrested and dealt with by the law, they will refrain from doing what they do.
So many
yes, sir. Only a kasa no only a kasa ebra a year ntawantawa ne etuotutu yi koso e wonima sabo yemu edie ne siye
madose
me se nra ye ne kasa ye wa bra sa entokwa ni atwede boni tuotutu yi e koso but yenya wofo yi so de sabo yemu edie ne siye.
Okay, madam was say anapa we ni adoma etwemo ne ya omotiemu ampa sana okay no endra etitu asem eko ewa yewa so not constituency then e buy ampa walk ena yeye emu ena etitu ebem but aje wom no say walk we since 1992 every election every week walk let me even say both NDP walk. But as time goes on, they be a fine tune and I ye so be a ember. I am past the Nima Divisional Command, need Kotobabe District Command. Ever started work we know and draw was our 8th week work. But MPP before it was their 2nd or 3rd week almost started on work. But ever started, we are praying in and they call police station and they call the market a route. I was also not conscious, comprised of traditionally Mamobi, the whole Mamobi and Accra New Town. and then they comprise Iowa so no. So police for no educating my affair. The week way party be Accra New Tower. The other party will be in Mamobi. Then the following week, alternating in that way. Yesterday we were for Accra New Town at NDC, and the NPP for Mamobi.
Okay.
So you call your New Town, your campaign, your work. Sorry, you call New Town NPP for so more Mamobi. Everything fine. You go through New Town, yes, Urban because my office of Mamobi. That's where we start and that's where we end. You go we yeah Bano. You free New Town, yeah, but then it is yeah 2, yeah, call that be 2/1 Why you see empty before? So I was surprised because walk now and see and see now I ain't fun. And I'm gonna say oh, our Mamobi can put this side on. And then maybe say what happened because then you know what happened. Not knowing your boys are here from Musankofa riders. They are riders for NDC. Sankofa riders.
Moto no.
Moto be piano. You see them in their numbers 20, 30, 40.
In fact, ye video this is here. You will say Kofobi etititi moto so. Almost NDC t-shirts.
No. Actually, they are not from Ayawaso North. They are from Ayawaso East. But you know, because the constituency is like a twin constituency, no.
Yeah.
Ayawaso North, Ayawaso East, to say back on at So boys, no, almost already they go around the constituency every street, just going around, getting awareness for NDC. That's what they do. And in fact, in my work, no, maybe in Pemoto, because the moto no buy, yeah, moto boy, your crop for. The way we work now, we call hospital in them, and so we might catch them say, "Mama, for moto no ember work." So on Sunday, no, they also do their own work by using the moto number about 20, 25. No, call all the principal streets, no. So whilst we were in New Town, I work, no, and people were Mamobi, no, as part of their routine rounds, no, Omokosa ebepie Mamobi. Unfortunately, be road be and a street be. Be a street now, na MPP for they will winning as part of their work. The MPP group are going. They were heading to a junction. At that junction, MPP group will take to the right to their office. That's where they will be ending.
What if Tobo has say eti moto for no who MPP for na omujinaye?
And omujinaye.
Okay.
With the thinking, say, MPP for were getting closer to a junction or almost far right to their office. And I will say, my own dinner hall. So almost got 2 junction no far right now. Then they can continue and then take left. Nebra and Nini no. And MPP for no Daniel Mweti and Omo NDC for on motorbike. Oma dinner hall. And almost sound Omweti, almost tax no sound Omweti. Ever on the boys. Ekata boys, no, why are they following them? And almost say, oh, they were doing their normal riding in the community. Oh, mono. And minting on Omujina, Omu Pese, Omu Kwa, Omu far right now. No, almost so Ako far left. And one who know, NOBC, Debbie, almost saying, anyway, to see, say, where to see, Omu Obi is the kind.
Hey, why not easy kind?
MPP for them. There are pictures to it. There are video footage. There are pictures. And Omu is the kind. And I was now where's you the kind them?
And Obi Oko walk no. Mibo Obi Oko walk no. Obi a one antino. The kind every.
So I'm coming. I'll get there.
Okay.
And before they could say that warning shot, time. And before they realize, Omo will say one of them, the night Moja Eba. And I will say, are they? What is your Nimojana Ebanu and Omo and Omonina Johnny? Omo Johnny, you know, and Omo Far, the kind. Name 2 issue 2 Omo motorbike in our time.
Wow.
Yeah, can say motorbike 6 Ewo Moha Oman Famba. And then you beat that say. Yeah, funny say NDC for riders no. Omo be share MPP for no. Omu deny it. But let's even assume say Omu Omono they even wrote an ID into them. Young one is a man now. And this is for ID echo share MP before no. Must it lead to a gunshot? That's my question.
That's true.
Must it lead to a gunshot? Secondly, question on me say, and yet health worker, why will you be carrying guns on you?
Now second.
I see health work. And we are all one in the same community. Why will you be carrying guns on you? So, Master Ubisa, that is the situation. Why will you be carrying guns on you?
Matisa oppose for them say, almost share NDC for ne, MPP for na, omo konto kwano. In fact, I say a story no indicates say over the weekend, omo mount to a manhunt for omo mutechda sa atwede bono
AC. Video na, video na NDC for no takwabe no omo those riders no takwabe na omo koye.
In fact, no
look at the footage. Look at the footage. Yeah. But we have videos, evidence, even from the videos. No one say omo pon kwala no, and then kwala no e fight omo. And the boys had to run for their life.
But honorable, I've also seen videos, sir. NDC, to boy, and the abo mo came. MPP for the came. And don't swear.
MPP for the
MPP for the cano. Or more to boy at Eddie Bo.
Okay. I dare buy me say. Yeah, me catch you. I didn't see you. Now you were new town.
That's right.
This was just the riders. People should just declare. And then the whole NDC crowd, you know. Any MPP crowd in the coast, they be. Who are we name? I was so not here. We were somewhere around Newtown, near my airport. And the way you see it. So you better do. We control the crowd. Young announce it. Now announce it. Your program no best say now. All the crowd will have moved there.
That's true.
And the people will be on catch over here. So we manage the crowd to our destination point. No end no. And I quickly address the people. I did see in order not to cause panic everywhere you move because they pray in him I didn't see it. And I can't tell you when you walk no and I didn't see it. Right there's no go pee almost so and I'm supposed to see it just to keep calm. So a hustle now your crop on a wolf. And I can't tell you that nobody should move. I just make a way the Nima district commander that I also not BNI and NIB director and confirm me. While they were at the top, MP Kano was coming to pass through Mimi crowd now. He converged the last point. No.
Wow.
And the district commander the capital can say, on time call. It's so good for him in the midst of this tension no, to use your car to come and pass in the crowd. Definitely there's tension. The district commander said it in front of the director general operation. And you'll be at 3 times or 4 MPP can say on Sanko Kanu and Kino. The BNI director said it in our meeting yesterday that they want the driver not to come and pass. And the driver didn't listen to them. But at that time I informed MPP can never know. So they were rushing to the car. A police for now almost a service situation. It would have been a different thing altogether. So this is the situation. But the point of issue here is Chamusi health worker. Why will you be carrying guns? I'm with your health work MPP for.
Interesting.
And they are pictures, footage to those holding those weapons. And Ushe, especially those of them now holding weapons, they are not from the community. If they are not from the community, why not come from wherever MPP work? They just walk out. Why not do a mobile?
Very well. Honorable, Eddie Namoye, Eddie Abua, oppose for the Serbia, Sa a meme for Woody for a Timodim for way. Emrano new
for me, this is just an eye opener to the Ghana police towards our general election. This is even a health work. Young guys, health work. Just one for our fitness, 2 to galvanize more support. Even health work, can you imagine what can happen on the election day? Can you imagine?
Imagine. Honorable, Yanfan Meadow Asepa Nebo Bebuan Comoina, what Mammy Kesi, what to obey, take through the role of the Ghana Police Service. Also, as I say about was a generalize it. Meanwhile, crime is crime. Crime has no political color. Obia Yituato, what ya boninia. Ewo, Jumedia yen nante, and ya dying, Yamanyo Kwedi, and ya chairman sign. Crime is crime. Obia Yitu, Obia Tresikai. What foot to a
you near the kind, the mechanic say, one more Eddie Sabi and some huno, set your humor traquine. Now, a switching beer or man or mound, Eddie Mound. Now, make a symbiational, a yard who's a maker, I am a yak, some maker, Nelson, and the cross someone, my fancy a woman say, Partisan politics cry, Amma, Sabi, your security, my fancy agencies in the brand, Omocran, a papa basa. On the channel, and therefore, media, men pa me boss will say, a rather a man who a would dear, partisan politics, ADN, Nanyakopon, one say, election in ya, and Mra Akayanimu, young fan planning for a new system of government. You be partisan politics every home. But I say, Father Meadow no bra when you're my
Sanfonate for me, the Masibi Brace of my Jim Renomacone videos, maybe Ashe Yakuti in Sama, Mahama, and lawyer, I friend lawyer, Ejudi Tamakulu. Waba Abeka, yes, I could see in some former President John Dramani Mahama, no Casade, Wabekan, Ye, and Iowa North, MP, no so Piaba Bontiade, among also the honors with you only made a Abetuja. Now, really, I don't know, a peace call, because the thing is, if you want to follow a political party, now Okoya DBA, what if should the table turn? How are you going to? That is it. Just ask yourself. Maybe NPP for behind me, and I say NDC for behind me. Me na me say my bo. Me was your friends say me dem me ho den me wo tuo me was second me to match second kwetwetwa for. That is okay. Remember, crime has no expiry date, and it may be unim say oh yeah ma maybe NPP and that's oh yeah ma NDC, hoping that omono mede abana after the election omona ombenya. Now after the election, what if it doesn't go the way you want, how you've planned things to be? Maybe we are man a MPP, you to abani we in NDC afa. Maybe we are my NDC, you to abani we no oya my day. I say we yankasa to be specific. A NPP ni na why any coin I shouldn't even generalize it. So any pair why sadi we walk because just a walk. When you are going for a walk. That is the truth. Just a walk. Why will he even be carrying guns and matches? Why? They won't be there. As I said, they foreplanned, and I said they idea or Moody can plan it. Is that it? So Moko say no we don't know. Anyway, said they can impatch our seminar could do please for I personally I trust IGP Dampare said that matter we will be taking on now. Why the needful? I believe and I trust the IGP Dampare. So IGP, whether it's just a call, let the needful be done. But I believe you, I trust you. So when you crowd the mention and can say now we a message come we should be careful. We are election year, shiny and raise tension high. Already in a near more tension in a water. Those are quite dear battery got more tension. As I know you are not helping Tim for Ghanaians now you would say or mine you are not helping us. Yanko Pinchan on your Kesi, made them in Comobisia, said the mechanic and as I said them can or comment being so constructive with fashion comment section. Also said a wide entry, TB and fashion for your Bajanak and Yanko Pinchan on your Casimida.